tournament, guys. It's like we got a newer set tonight.
You're right.
Things are just different.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame show. Bring it up, baby. Friday night, late game. DNVR bar. Vibes are immaculate.
My God, dude.
My goodness, man. I'm excited for this one. Guys, we have a great show for you today. Pre-game shows are always fun. They always get you hyped. It's like building towards the game. But tonight, especially wacky. It's a very wacky Friday game in the association because...
we were going to wear a wacky hat.
We should have, dude. That would have been so wacky. Because it's the first night of the in-season tournament. This feels like the on-season.
Dude.
We thought we were in the on-season. It's actually the in-season.
Oh, yeah. New season just dropped?
New season just dropped, the in-season. We got a new court. We got a new jersey. Dev's going to break all of that down in detail for us later on in the show.
And then I'm going to give my bets.
And then, wait a second. Hold on. That's going to be a majority of our show, but we also have some weird game notes you're going to want to stay tuned for. Let me introduce the panel over here. In a great mood. I would call him downright chipper. It's D-Line Co.
Guys, I've been gone forever.
No?
Yeah, I've been gone like a lot. And you see that we launched the national network. We launched Philadelphia. And I've been in pain since the last time you saw me. But now, I am free.
You're a new man.
I am
reborn.
free, and I feel happy. Let's go.
Over there, rocking a pink shirt, pink shoes. Superstar Dev.
I'm just so excited to see who ALLCITY's creative director is. I can't wait till he gets here. So excited about this.
I know. We put that in the description. I was like, people here know me as an idiot.
It's you?
Does that change? Hold up. Is that an inaccurate way of knowing you?
That's a great point. That doesn't but they
sounds
only
like people know different
they
parts
know
of you.
me exclusively as an idiot.
I got you. Guys, the Nuggets are hosting the Mavs, which in and of itself, hosting the Mavs on a Friday night, that would be enough to be a big game. But then guess what? It's on national television. We got ESPN tonight.
And?
To me, that's all you need, full stop. I'm in.
You're wrong,
I'm a basketball fan.
Well, listen.
I'm a basketball fan.
There's no honor in that, Adam.
There's no honor in it. That, to me, would have been enough. But today is also this new tournament called the in-season tournament, where if you win the NBA Cup.
That's right.
And there's all these cool things going on with like new jerseys and new courts. And I will say, I went to Ball Arena tonight. I wanted to be there. I wanted to see it in person.
I know.
I wanted to be around and just kind of see the different pomp and circumstance around this game. And I got to say, my takeaway, weird.
Yeah. Dude, it's really weird. So we've had a while to talk about, digest, try to understand the concept of this in-season tournament. But like, I today have found myself trying to explain it to people that are like casually interested in the NBA, and it is a difficult explanation.
I actually have the best explanation.
I'm ready to hear it.
Adam Silver and the NBA are trying to make as much money as possible.
Yep, true that.
And they've created something that they can sell.
Yeah.
Like before, this was just a game. Not anymore. In-season tournament game. Any buyers?
He's like, I have NBA basketball for sale. Everyone's like, we're good.
Yeah, they're like, well, if we added in... I honestly think, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, eventually this is going to be the like Sprite in-season tournament and, presented by Taco Bell.
Oh, dude.
And they're going to wear jerseys that say Taco Bell on them.
The Kia Cup is going to hit hard.
The Kia Cup is all that. Anyway, whatever. It's Mavericks Nuggets. I'm excited for it. Everyone's available tonight despite the fact that 3 players popped up on the injury report. Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Christian Brown. Now, Christian Brown, injured in the preseason, coming back from stuff. Murray and Jokic, the stars. Dev, I don't know about you, but this feels like when you cough the day before you're about to call in sick just to kind of set the table. Nuggets have a back-to-back. It's the 5th game in 7 days. I feel like this is the Nuggets' way of being like, who's not playing tomorrow?
This happens every single time that I used to fake like I was sick. I would just sit around my mom and just rest on her thigh and be like, I'm not feeling well. I think I have a fever. Could you feel my head?
Yeah.
Just so that everybody sees what it. Because in the morning I ain't going to school. I am not going to school. And this is them setting it up for hey, that Jokic, he's not feeling well, man. He's on that injury report. So if he doesn't play tomorrow, he gave it his all tonight, and I think he might have tweaked something.
If there are any players tonight that are in street clothes, I'm going to immediately go to the conspiracy. They just don't want to be photographed in these jerseys.
It could be that. But everyone tonight is available. So good news. The injury report popped up. People got worried. Don't worry. Everybody's playing tonight. Michael Malone said his focus tonight is you just don't want to start a losing streak. You never do. You lose a game, that's inevitable. It's the NBA. Every team loses. But you don't want that to become momentum. And he said that's his focus tonight. And I think it's a really good focus. By the way, the Dallas Mavericks, undefeated so far. Haven't had the toughest schedule. They've had a fairly easy one. But hey, man, undefeated is undefeated. And Luka Doncic has been playing really well. What's Michael Malone concerned about? The Mavs lead the league in three-point attempts and three-point field goal percentage. They have a very good Luka team. I know people looked at their roster in the offseason and was like, did they get better or what? I think they did because they have great shooting. And they have this guy in Lively who is a pogo stick. Lottery pick, pogo stick guy who plays above the rim, great lob threat, and we know with Luka, man, you give him a lob threat, that guy's going to be an all-star. He's going to be a very interesting matchup. Michael Malone singled him out, said I really like that guy, I think he's great, and then mentioned, like he fits what they do well, and it's just so much pressure on guarding Luka, guarding the lob, guarding the three-point line. That's the Luka special. Now, coming into the year, the team talked about the in-season tournament. I didn't know this. This is a new detail. And apparently they all said, wouldn't it be cool, man, go into Vegas as a team, which I thought he led with that, which I think is, people are like, there's money to be made. I think the Vegas trip might be the thing. We just went to Vegas as a team. Yeah, well. We had a trophy.
That's
what they want to do. So I think this idea of making it, they all talked about how it'd be really cool. But he said, but as the season has started, nobody's really thought about that anymore. Now that it's been going, he's like, I think for the players, it's just another game. But I know that they at least thought that it would be cool to win it. And then the last note I have here, the court is painted tonight. I had heard that the court arrived last night in some locations around the NBA, and they've had to put it together, and that there's some concern about dead spots in the wood because this court hasn't had a chance to fully be tested out. And not just that, they repainted the wood today. Today, they painted the wood.
What?
Because originally they painted it with too short of a three-point line.
Whoa, dude.
So,
is that a problem?
So allegedly this morning you get out there and shoot around and you're like, hold on a second.
What if they were like, this is stylistic choice. We like it. It's like we like how it plays off of the middle of the court when there's more space.
So they probably had like a FIBA three-point line. Carmelo Anthony would have been going crazy on that court.
The trapezoid lane. They're like, what is this thing? We have no idea. That tells me all I need to know about this in-season tournament, man. Like when you start doing things where like we have to paint, and I'm telling you, I was at the arena sitting courtside. The scuff marks show up on this court.
Hold on. Is this your courtside fit?
Today was my courtside fit.
Holy smokes.
Well, working on it, man.
Very Jared Allen of you, dude.
Those are the notes today. I think it's going to be a tough matchup. Dev, just real quick, who are you keyed in on? What's the matchup you're keyed in on?
Luka. I want to know, how do you guard Luka with this team? He's on a tear right now. He looks incredible. And also, like, Denver's in a bounce-back spot where they have to just kind of prove themselves. And they've been playing, like, these stars are just really good players pretty well. Like, this is another guy that you have to try to slow down. Also, they're undefeated against a team that just lost. So do you get back right in this game? So I'm super excited to see how Denver's going to guard Luka. That's my matchup.
Yeah, man, it's funny. The way that the NBA season goes, it's like, and especially in the hearts and minds of the faithful, it's like you're as good as you were in your last game. And so the Nuggets were
so true.
The Nuggets were so bad last game.
Do we suck?
Yeah, dude. We're like, oh God. When like that time before that, where Dev's like, that's a dub, that's a dub, that's a dub, because they looked incredible. They looked so bad last game, and it was like, it was one of those games for me watching where you start to question things outside of the game, like, did they arrive late? Did they go out as a group?
Right. Did they have Halloween? Like,
did they go to Halloween? Like stuff where you're like, they just like missed the first 20 shots or whatever. You're like, they were just like down, not because they were being outplayed. They just missed easy shots. So I'm interested to see this, but I feel like I did the time before last game where I'm like, what do we care? Like we have an answer for everything they want to do. We have great perimeter defenders.
I have a feeling of all the things we talked about, I really do wonder if there is a Friday night ESPN televised national in-season tournament matchup with Luka and the Mavs that I'm not saying they overlooked Minnesota, but I do wonder if there was a little bit of a, hey man, we're a little tired, but Friday's matchup,
Bro.
that's the one. And I hope that's the case. That's the fan fiction I'm going to write for myself, because that would set up for a great home game tonight to debut this in-season tournament. And by the way, you look at the Nuggets' group, this and the Clippers are the two tough games. The other ones, not so tough. So you win this one, your odds of actually winning the in-season tournament go up quite a bit.
Oh
We know
my
Luka
God,
owns
dude.
the Clippers.
We
so-
want the cup. We want the cup.
There we go. Let's move it on to what is our main topic today, guys.
Oh,
The Denver Nuggets have new jerseys.
They do.
City edition jerseys, man.
I would equate it to New Jersey, the state.
It is. D-Line, if you guys don't know, is a professional graphic designer.
true. Paid for it.
And I actually met him through critiquing jerseys. So this is sort of his wheelhouse.
This is completely my wheelhouse.
Yeah,
I
sort
am
of.
obsessed with sports design. I always have been. I don't know why. It's something that means a lot to me. It's something that gets me in trouble online sometimes because I'm too passionate about it. I don't care. This is like what I'm interested in, and this is like what I spend all of my time thinking about. So I know the funny thing is like with this every year now with these jersey releases, it's just fodder for like everyone's shittiest version of themselves to come out and just talk shit about that's like the new open season. People love like just talking about how terrible the jerseys are every year now. It's like a new sport. But these are not good. These are not good. So all right, so let's talk about
So that's
this.
the like top level thing, is that they are bad.
So
Can we
okay.
go with the first? Can I ask you the first choice on this, which is they're leaning into 5280, 5280.
Yes. Okay. So I have come to realize that the entire assignment for the Nike design staff was that they had to create some sort of emblem in the middle of the jersey that could then be disembodied from it and work in the middle of this court also. So they needed to have like a standalone emblem of some kind. The idea 5280 is a very common thing you see all around Denver. It's so common though that it's incredibly cliche, and actually in my mind it's not a thing of pride that people feel about Denver. It feels like in your city like some schlocky thing, like 5280 is like what you name like a roofing company or like a window replacement, you know, like it's like yes, that's factually true. Mile High is cooler than
Mile High is cooler than 5280. Yeah, you're right.
It is, but it is pervasive. But so to that end, like I understand the idea. It's like we already have Mile High jerseys. Let's represent the concept of Mile High in a different way that is unique amongst the NBA, but it also, in their minds, should have some sort of like emotional connection that the city of Denver feels. But it's cliche. Like people don't feel prideful about it because it's used so often. So the other thing that's like troubling about this to me is that the emblem that they chose is a number,
yeah, that is
which
troublesome.
can't exist on its own as an emblem. When people look at it, they see it as a number, and so then it's the second number on a jersey where there's two numbers. It's confusing. The size is too big. It's like it's the so it and the player's number are competing really heavily. Like you always want to have like a really like clear point of focus when you're looking at something. Like you want them to see one thing first. Obviously, it's the 5280, but the thing is the visual weight, as it's called. Like as the white is as bright as the yellow is. There is more yellow, so it is heavier, so it draws your eye there first. But it creates sort of like a visual confusion thing where you're looking at kind of both at the same time.
Don't you think both, like, what you're saying is very interesting to us, but like this doesn't feel like rocket science. This feels more like design 101.
So, but what I'm attempting to do is walk people through what I believe the design choices were to get to the place.
Okay.
Because when I hear people critique jerseys and things, like I hear like they just don't quite see the scope of what it is that they are critiquing, and they're right because these all need to be standalone things, but I at least understand what they went through to get to the answer. The other thing that's like interesting about these jerseys is that they have incorporated this mountain shape in the background behind the 5280, something you cannot see because the contrast between the blue and the black is so low because they are essentially the same like tone. Yeah. So that the blue doesn't pop off like you would want it to, like it would have on a white or something. And so you don't see it, but like it's cool because it sort of like it plays off the mountain shape a little bit from their rainbow jerseys. It's more jagged. There's more interest to it, but then it also takes those like radiating lines that you saw on the recent versions of the rainbows. That it's not like solid colors, but it's like repeated lines that make those shape. I like that. I actually like that element. I think it's interesting, but it just like you don't see it. Like the cool part is hidden, and like the schlunky part is so big that these look like. I mean,
do you think these jerseys would have been good if it weren't for the 5280? Because to your point, here's the one thing I kind of like. I like the black with the blue on it. If it weren't for the other part, because I think there's something cool to it. Looks different up close from far away.
Yes,
there's something cool about that.
I agree. I enjoy. When we first started talking about uniforms, like I like when there are just for you little details.
Yeah.
When you buy something, you flip it up. It's like there's a cool patch that is not visible. It feels cool to wear and to possess. I've not touched one of these jerseys. I've not seen them in person. A lot of times, personality will change when there's a tactile element. So like. I'm like trying my best to like wait. Like I haven't like spoken on these very much, but like F it.
We've been saving it.
F it. In the end, I feel like they're not that well thought through. I feel like they are not particularly attractive. They are very basic feeling. These are all things you've seen people say. I agree with a lot of it. I'm not like angry about it because like it's like whatever. It's just like these are going to be very forgotten. Like these will be like the red ones where people were mad, and it's like
what do you think is the most forgotten jersey of this era? The red ones are remembered because they're pretty loud.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's jerseys from the first jerseys that I broke down with you that were the bridge jerseys between powder blue
Those are pretty
and
forgotten.
this era are very forgotten. That's like nobody hates them, nobody likes them. They're just like they exist. These are like. They're just there's nothing that like I feel like I want to remain as part of like Nuggets canon like we were talking about last year. Like potentially that mountain is something that could be part of the Nuggets design universe that could be brought back and re-referenced. And
do you think that this could be the first wave of because we've seen this where they made the white rainbows and the black rainbows and the red. Like do you feel like this could be the first where next year is similar to this but there could be a good version of it?
I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, like...
You hadn't thought about that? Like maybe like a blue jersey, and then you take the 5280 off, and now it's like not so offensive?
That radiating pattern of mountains, I feel like could be used, yes, in a way that is effective, in a way that is interesting. I agree. Like, I like that element. That is a really good thing that I feel like can live on. I hope they don't just try and reprise these jerseys in different colors because I don't...
Next year, it's going to say 300 for 300 days of sunshine. Do you remember when the court had 5280 divided by 300?
Yes.
And it felt like a math equation?
And 303, whatever.
The answer, was like 13.
So it's cool. Like I read through the details, and there's not even, in years past when they have a design, they'll go through like every element. This means this means this. There's not even like symbolism here. They're just like 5280 is 1 mile by feet, and we like that we're a mile high because it's an advantage for us. And I'm like, okay.
What about the shorts? Have you seen the shorts?
Shorts are fine. They use the radiating side on the side of the shorts. It has like that angry crab logo at the bottom. They're fine. The shorts are
crap!
fine.
You know what I just realized, Dev? This is our first chance to find out whose jersey this is.
I know, dude.
Like somebody go off tonight, it becomes their jersey we remember them for.
Nuggets beware.
It might be a guy that already has a jersey though. So
this happens sometimes.
Maybe that alters the jerseys.
Maybe it does. Who could be the coolest? Like a Murray 50 piece in these jerseys, do they become way cooler? What if it's a 52 piece? Would that be cool?
80% shooting.
An 80% shooting. We're like, that's weird, but all right, we're in.
Basketball gods are always watching.
What if they score 52 points?
They lose 52 to 80. It's the worst jersey. The court just doesn't work for some reason. Nobody can dribble.
Because they painted it an hour ago?
The ball's all blue and yellow all over. All right, let's talk about the court real quickly, though. Like, do you have pictures of it, Kale? The court's really loud, man. Of all the things that are happening, I don't want to be the old man. Not everything has to be for me, and I feel like this is for someone else. As you scroll the timeline, you see all these. They all look like this, by the way. Bright colors. Yeah. It's like weird, man.
Yo.
Do you remember when when Brooklyn had the dull,
the
and
gray
we were all
color.
like, it's so weird, it's not hardwood color.
Yeah.
This is a whole other level.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to hear Dev's thoughts on these courts.
Michael Phelps is in there somewhere. Somewhere. Like, that looks like a swimming pool. This one I'm not huge on.
Dev, what are your thoughts on the jerseys? Too? I yapped forever. I'm sorry. What do you think about the jerseys? I'm curious.
I mean, I don't care the same ways that you guys do. I think it's kind of cool. I just like all black. I've always loved all black.
Yeah.
I think that's super cool. I do wish that the mountaintops you would be able to see something there.
Yeah.
Or I think that the jersey also should have had more white on it. Just to throw off the color, or baby blue or something else, just to go there. So that's my only thoughts on the jersey. I think that courts being different colors is super cool.
You do?
Yeah, I've always loved that, and I've always been infatuated with it. Aurora Central and Aurora Central High School has an all-black court, and they had an all-black court, and I think they had to change it because I think people were getting hurt or something like that. Because your mind just can't land the right way because it's just different. But I think that different colored courts are cool. So I have been excited to see how they've bounced around. That one looks like it's pretty cool, the Clippers one to me. I think that some of them are awesome.
Yeah. I put this on Twitter earlier. To me, these are so insane. They're so unbelievably over the top and insane that you don't critique. It's what do you think of this handful of Skittles? You're like, I don't know, it's really sweet.
Yeah.
They're like, and then you're like, why don't you critique it? What if we put 2 more orange Skittles in your hand? You're like, I can't tell the difference. They're all the brightest, most insane thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I can't believe it's for the NBA, but I kind of like that when you look, it's an in-season game.
Yeah, that's the thing that stands out to me most is just I understand because I'm like, oh, this game means a little bit more. If I'm just casually watching, or if I'm walking, let's say you're at a bar or something like that, you're gonna say oh, this game means a little bit more. Well, I love that part, but also on 2K, the basketball game, 2K, you used to be able to create your court. Everybody got to create their court. I'm sure people made Denver Nuggets court. I played on the courts from Denver Nuggets, and you would just put wherever you wanted, anywhere on the court, and that's kind of what this feels like.
Yes, it does. I said that initially. It was the NBA desperately wants that 2K connection. They really do. The NBA loves their young fan base, as they should. It's growing steadily. It's the one sport that's really reaching out to the youth, and their plan is to at some point gain prominence in this world because those people grow up and they've been paying attention to basketball for silly trivial reasons, the same reason the NFL is doing SpongeBob or whatever Nickelodeon shows. So from that standpoint, I mean, the funny thing is, Dev, if you walk by in a bar and you didn't know, you wouldn't think that was an NBA game. You would think that was a college game. It's a weird thing. It's weird that it's the NBA. It's weird that the NBA is so comfortable making their brand so goofy this way. But you know what? F it. Let's go. Game on.
I don't want to be the guy that hates things, so I'm just going to lean. This is more fun to like things, It's more fun in life to like things.
Yeah.
I will say, as I'm scrolling the timeline, it is hilarious to me, and maybe that's all I need is be oh, hey, this is weird. So
if the season started and it was these are our cards this year, I would riot.
Oh yeah,
I would lose my mind. But it's for tonight. It's whatever.
I'm worried about dead spots and slippery paint and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried about it. But you know what? Why worry? All right, it's that time. Dev, open up the Bet365 app. Never ordinary,
bro.
Presenting sponsor of this show, Bet365, and let's make us some money.
Adam, how do you feel about my San Antonio to make the playoffs bet?
San Antonio to make the play. Oh, because they won last night against Phoenix. What was your Phoenix to miss the playoffs bet?
I'm just saying. I don't know. I might look like a genius at the end.
We'll see. I don't know if I'm quite there yet. I'm honestly more in the Phoenix sucks.
Yeah.
The only reason Phoenix was even in that game was because of Drew Eubanks.
Dude, he said this. This is another comment nobody responded to, which I thought was brilliant. I was like, bro, yesterday was Eubmass. It was the day Drew Eubanks got to start over Yusuf Nurkic.
I was too tired. I was honestly too exhausted to catch it. Now that you say it to me, it's funny.
Phoenix.
They thought that Nurkic was going to be incredible. We've seen him. They thought Bol was going to be incredible. We've seen him.
But we thought they thought Keita Bates-Diop was going to be credible.
And he was. He was
He was.
legitimately good in that game.
That was insane how he
Taking
did
it to the
that.
rim.
That was the best game he's ever had.
really
it had
was.
to be.
And they lost anyway.
All right. It's time to make money. Denver comes into this game as 6-point favorites.
Yep.
They were 5.5-point favorites. Kyrie said he's playing. It went up a point in Denver's favor. Isn't that wild to think? Like, for real, though. That's wild to
my
think
God,
about.
that's the most
When
telling
he
thing
got
I've
in,
ever
it was
heard.
like, okay, Denver's favored by more. That's wild.
That's amazing.
I'm going with Denver. And also, this is a bounce back spot. This is also interesting. One team's the champion, but one team's 4-0. Undefeated. The other team just came off of a loss.
Sure.
Not disappointing, but just a loss. So, like, it's wild that they're up by 6-point favorites. That's crazy to me. They have no answer for Denver's size. So I
Who
think
does?
that's just going to be a little too much for them. The
Not
over-under
Minnesota.
is 228.5. The Mavs have been pushing the pace. They want to score. They want to get out. They're going to force baskets. They're going to
the
have
court-
baskets that's easy. There's the court. I think that it's an over game.
Man.
The wacky games, I think it's over. I like the
dude.
over on this one.
They're gonna feel like they're hitting their personal turbo button. the
Yeah,
whole game.
I think that it's going to be hard to stop Luka and Kyrie. It's going to be hard to stop the Nuggets. So I like the over in this game. For the Mavericks, very easy. It's the Luka show. You could actually put in a lock for this one.
Oh my
Luka.
God! You can't lock a Luka. You
Point
do a
rebounds-
Luka lock in this show.
We have another lock, but that is a lock. Points, rebounds, and assists, Luka. Every single time he's on the court, he is incredible. You can double up on Luka, and he's still going to get his. Points plus his assists is too low. It's at 37.5. His points, rebounds, and assists is my lock. It's 46.5. He's sensational. I'm excited to see how Denver plays him because they don't double team. They're going to just let Aaron Gordon or someone go after him and just see how they do on him. I just think that's a recipe for disaster. Derek Lively, his rebounds are 5.5. I think it's wild that he's going to, before he gets fouled out, before he gets embarrassed, I think he's going to get his 5 rebounds. 5.5 rebounds. So I like that. Now on to Denver's side of things.
I love a casual diss like that. So great.
There's plenty to love on Denver's side. I'm going back to the well on the Nuggets -2 in the first quarter.
Okay.
They're gonna go off to a big start. I think that they're just gonna start well and not look back. Also, I'm gonna take Denver -3 in the first half. So that's just too low for both of those. They're gonna play well to start out. Jamal is due for a bounce back.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll have one. His 3-pointers are 2.5, and
like
it's
this.
plus money.
Oh,
I'm
really?
taking
What?
that. I'm taking that.
They think he's going to the. Man,
Plus
I might
money.
go to the cup.
Also, they're gonna have Kyrie guarding him. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
So I like that.
All
Jamal
right.
is going to have a pretty good game. The steals and block, this is a 360. I bet 365 because nowhere else has this one. Steals and block for Jokic is at 1.5 combined. That's
like
rare.
2 steals?
2 steals,
Cookie
a block
Monster?
and a steal. It could be anything. It usually is like 2.5 or 3. It could be anything. I think he could get this in blocks itself. He could
Dude,
get this in steals itself.
My new favorite, my most delicious bet has moved from Michael Porter Jr. 3-pointers this year to P-Watt blocks.
Yeah, I know. It's so fun.
I love
Just
a
fun to
P-Watt.
root for.
Yeah, it's fun to root for.
Like we haven't had the
Because
mics, so it's
the
like,
same,
oh, we're rooting for that.
Threes and blocks. Like they only going to happen 1, 2, 3 times. So that's why you.
So
bet
you're
on
just
it.
like
Yeah.
keyed in on that every
You're
single
like,
time.
You're like, hell yeah.
Christian Brown, 10.5 points plus rebounds. I like that. Whenever he's on there, he's grabbing every single board. So really, he's going to grab 6 boards. Now it's about, does he make 4 points? I think he's going to have 4 points because he is going to get his 6 boards. Now the lock. The easiest lock in this game, bigger lock, is points, rebounds, and assists for Jokic. 47.5. I think he's going to get the triple-double pretty easily.
Yeah, dude.
They
That's
have
a
a
triple
rookie.
doubles plus 250, by the way. I bet it too.
Who is his
By the
primary
way,
defender tonight?
he's tied with Jason Kidd for triple doubles all time. Jason Kidd sick today. He out.
Oh my God.
He knows what's happening.
He did not
He
wanna-
knows that.
he
That
didn't
is
wanna be
fake.
there for it.
That is fake. Also, the assist is very easy for Jokic today. They are going to send a double team because why not? They're undersized. Also, they're going to try to put Grant Williams on him. that's a double team for sure happening. He's going to hit cutters. The assist is only like 7.5 or 8.5, or I think it's like 7.5.
Yeah,
he's going to his
lockdown.
assist. So you could do the points. I mean, you could do assist plus rebounds is at 20.5. There's a lot of combinations for Jokic that I love, but Jokic is the bet for tonight. Different combinations: assist plus rebounds, a triple double. He's doing it all today. This is your Jokic type of night.
I think this is going to be a big Lively game and a big Jokic game. I think it's one of those. Lively, I'm just not because Lively's good, because he's going to get all
Is he
these
their
lobs.
center?
Yeah, and he gets all these lobs, and he's been good. He's very athletic. He's young. I think he'll get his points. But to your point, I think Jokic fouls him out.
Yeah. Oh, he'll give him the Ayton treatment. Like Ayton's first time ever playing Nikola Jokic.
Could be.
He absolutely humbled him. He got a perfect triple-double. Like, he just schooled Ayton, a very athletic big. I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
Dude, that court looks insane.
It does look insane. Absolutely insane. We got some super
This
chats.
one looks basic.
Yeah, because he's talking about Milwaukee's. Because their secondary color is beige. It's wood color.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Super chats. Who has good eyes?
From Shagwellin's Way. What up, Shagwellin? I think it should be a red rock, but designed like the Pride Rock style, with Malone or Jokic holding the trophy like Simba. Oh, beautiful.
That would be beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. Plus a Disney tie-in.
Why didn't they
You
think
want
of
extra
that?
money, David Silver? Let's go. Let's go for it.
David Silver is great.
Travis Lambert, $4.99, says someone at RSE sent bullet point details. Nike intern put those into AI jersey design. City edition was first draft. No edits.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of thought put into it. There just isn't. I don't know how else to cut that. There's just not. Jacob Crum, $5. Thanks, man. I like the jerseys. It kind of bums me out that everyone hates them in the in-season tournament stuff. Let's just have fun. No, I don't disagree with you. Like, I
That's
want
what
to
I
like
said.
stuff.
I want to like things.
This is what I'm saying.
Also,
like,
I will be honest.
I
though.
want to like things too, but I just broke them down, and they're not designed well. They're not designed well at all. But you can decide that you like stuff. You're allowed to like things that are ugly. You're allowed to like things that are like not popular. Every time, like I will state some sort of opinion. Like, I always look at things from how they're going to work for everybody. But you know what looks good to you, and you're right for you. That's fine. You should like it if you like it. That's good.
So true. So true.
So true.
You know what I would like? A Nuggets win.
Dude, it'd be so sick.
It'd be really sick to get a nice little bounce back win on a Friday night. The DNVR bar vibes through the house.
Dude, what if they score 5,280 points? Dude?
Man, let's do it.
5,280 points? What a great game.
Everybody do us a favor. Hit that like button on the way out. We'll see you on the other side.
We all silly like the mayor.